Hi, today I'm going to make spaghetti with broccoli, garlic, and oil, also known as spaghetti con aglio, olio, e broccoli. It's one of my favorite things to make, it's delicious, and it's probably the dish that I've eaten more than any other in my entire life. Let's do it. This is a quick one. Easy to make well, difficult to master. I'm not saying I'm a master. Sometimes I do it great, sometimes I only do it good. And when you see how few ingredients there are, you'll be like, how is this a thing? And if you make it 15 times, you'll start to get it. You will. Let's do it. We've got our water boiling. I'm gonna salt our water. Hopefully you know how much salt to put in your water. I'm gonna take some DiCecco spaghetti. This is the most affordable bronze extruded pasta that I know of on the market. And the extrusion process is important because if you think of this dough coming out of a hole, sort of like a meat grinder, if it's made of brass, then it roughens up the surface of the pasta, and you get a rough pasta with some texture, and that enables it to really hang on to the sauce. In this case, the oil-based stuff, something like Barilla. I've been a vocal not into Barilla. They extrude their pasta through Teflon, so that enables them to extrude the pasta faster, and that means that the pasta's smooth, and that means that the pasta has no microscopic texture, and that means that the sauce or the oil-based thing doesn't fit well, doesn't become one. You have a separation of sauce and pasta, and we want them to become one. Okay, so as you can see, I just lowered it into the water. I made a little bit of a mess, not a huge deal. It says 10 minutes for al dente. Set a timer for 9 minutes.
Roger that. T-minus not.
Okay, I don't need to hear you say that. That's great. And here we have hot pan. Very good. There's two things that we can do with the garlic here. We can cut nice thin pieces like that if you like eating it. And if you don't like eating it, what you can do is you can just sort of cut with the knife on an angle like this so that it doesn't go all the way through. And so you get a splayed piece of garlic that will release its flavor, but that you can remove, because the goal obviously is to flavor the oil. So I would say, cooking for 2 people, I'd say this is about a 1/4 cup extra virgin olive oil. And if you are a red pepper person, this is one of the, this is such a few ingredients in this dish that every single thing makes a difference. These are really hot peppers that I have, and I pulled them out, and I think they taste just fantastic. So if you have red pepper flakes, that works fine. Here's some salt. Look, you can see already happening. Great. Okay, let's come here with our nice, we got our garlic. It is, we have our broccoli, and it's washed. There's several ways to go about the broccoli here. You can put it in the pasta, in the boiling water in the last minute of cooking. Or you can saute it with the garlic and the oil. So I like to saute it with the garlic and the oil. Why not? So basically the goal here is to make everything the same size, just in diameter, like, so if you've got a fat stalk like this one, for example, you definitely want to cut it maybe in quarters, just so that it cooks through to the center of that stalk as fast as a piece like that, for example. So you can see I got some burned pieces here and some not burned pieces. The best way to really manage the temperature on this is with water. So If you see it too hot, remember oil can get very hot. You can lower the temperature of the oil by adding water. And that's going to slow down your cooking. Because water can only get to 212 Fahrenheit, 100 Celsius. And oil can get 400 Fahrenheit, over 200 Celsius, 230. So water's good too, and you can see how it sort of emulsifies. I'm just going to push that to the side for the time being. Keep working on the broccoli. Smells great. Hey Siri, how much time left on the timer?
It's running at 5 minutes and 15 seconds.
Great. This is a great dish because this is one of the few where you don't have to have your mise en place ready. Mise en place being French for things in place. You know, when you see the chefs on TV and they've got everything already prepped. That's the mise en place. Well, we don't cook like that at home, right? No, Frank, we don't. Okay, so it's great when you can get the timing, you know, really well. I'm relatively quick at this stuff, but as you can see, I've got 5 minutes until I'm still even well under the recommended cooking time. So I think you can do it. I love stems. And usually I keep the stems separate from the florets. So I'll do these in the pasta water for just a minute. And this part is no good really. And there you can see the broccoli is the majority of the cooking. So, all done with this. Really important to keep your edge alive. Cool. Also really important to just stir your pasta. Just once somewhere in that cooking process. This is the thing that really prevents it from sticking to itself. Don't even think about putting olive oil in here. It's a waste of olive oil. And it may prevent the pasta from sticking to the pasta, but it absolutely 100% prevents your sauce from sticking to the pasta. So I think that's a no-go. I don't recommend that. So as you can see, I've got tons of time here. So here's what we're going to do. We'll clean up a little bit. Parmesan is a big no-no with olive oil sauces. And every Italian has a really, really big problem with that because non si fa, which of course means one doesn't do that. And I feel that because I know that rule, I can do whatever the hell I want. So here's some beautiful parmigiano reggiano, and I'm going to put it in with the broccoli, the garlic, and the olive oil. And it is going to emulsify with the sauce, add flavor, and be generally wonderful. Okay, that's away. Let's get some. I like the bowls for the broccoli. Two minutes and 9 seconds left. Okay, great. Where's my cheese grater? I know we all struggle with this. Great. If you have the opportunity to try your Parmigiano, I highly recommend it. Very good. Have a little water. Alright, start heating that oil back up. 1 minute and 30 seconds, as you can see. So we'll take the stems, put them right there. And we'll take the florets and we'll put them here. clean my board. Give it a little bit of steam, love. Whoops. A little bit of water right here will help this cook. Especially with the top, even if it's not on sealed tightly. "17 seconds. Alright. And now is the most important part. So remember, we set the timer a minute under al dente. You can see it gives 2 times. 12 minutes for lame asses and 10 minutes for people who know what's going on. Always go with the under time. You can always cook more, you can never cook less. And honestly, even at 9 minutes, it doesn't need a minute more. It really doesn't. So, it's just got a little tiny bit of life. Salt in this dish is super important. There's so few things happening, you gotta get it right. So now, the pasta comes in. Perhaps you have a better utensil. Good for you. I think I need one too. Utensils do matter. You know, my father always says a poor craftsman blames his tools, but if you've got no tools at all, I don't know how the hell you're gonna make it happen. It's my logic. Okay, so we're a minute under al dente. Now's where we make the big mess. So at this point, you really want to look and say, do I have enough oil? And the answer right now is absolutely not. So you can come in with a significant amount more of olive oil. Really, just go for it. And hit it with some parm too. If you want, you don't have to. This pan's a little small for the job, as you can see. So this is a 12-inch skillet. If you've got a 14 for 2, that's a better move. Okay, so you're looking for a sheen, but also some liquid. So water is good here. Pasta water is great. If you saw that recent Huffington Post article, you know what's up. I'll link that in the description. A high point of my career. No joke. Okay. So, I know it looks dirty, and that's because it is. So, can try it. Taste for salt. Only needs slightly more. And that's it. Now we can come in. Give it a nice twirl. Number 1. Oh, not as good on that one. Ooh, I like the broth because it reminds me of spaghetti con le vongole. Alright, that's not going to work for me anymore. Signora, pronto tavola? Pronta? Pronta. Oh, this is totally insane. We were just at a cocktail party and had so much cheese. And the whole time we were like, we want spaghetti with broccoli and oil. So here we are. Okay, pretty minimal mess. When this is cool, I'll wipe it down. That's easy. Induction is super duper easy. We'll hit this with a little more cheese love, even though it's totally against the rules. Hit it with a little more olive oil. Again, different than the cooked olive oil. This is fresh. This is so much food. Oh my god. And the last thing we need is this, because hell yeah. Alright, spaghetti, broccoli, oil. I'm going to be really surprised if this YouTube video is longer than 12 minutes long. Okay, bye. Alright, here we are. I know it's going to be good, because there's nothing I've made more of in my entire life. But here we go. Al dente. Perfectly salty. The kick is just starting to hit in. I like the cheese even though it's against the rules. And let's see what's up with this broccoli here. You can listen. You know, the little bit of steaming and the little bit of sauteing, but the fact that it was really only cooked for like maybe 3 minutes. 1.5 intensely, another 1.5 with the pasta. It makes it vibrant so that when you bite through it, it tastes fresh and crisp rather than overcooked, dead, and horrible. So the important thing with this dish is don't overcook the pasta. Don't overcook the broccoli. Do extract as much flavor as you possibly can from the garlic in the oil by not burning it. You can use water to your advantage there. And then make sure that you have excellent hot pepper, excellent cheese, or no hot pepper and no cheese, and just go with the salt and excellent olive oil. So on the base level, you need excellent olive oil, garlic, salt, broccoli, and pasta. Ducheco is $2.50 a box, and you can feed 4 people with that. Don't tell me it's a lot of money, because it ain't. And if you want to take it another level, then you need excellent cheese and excellent hot pepper. I think this is super delicious, and I hope you make it. I really do. Oh, look at that. It's so good that I can just eat it with my mind. Thanks for watching.